What's going on, y'all? So, sorry about not getting here. Yes, no, it wasn't yesterday. It was Monday. Sorry about not getting here Monday. I was pretty busy with work, and honestly, I was slammed today, and I'm very late. Obviously, had to hit up the oil change before I head out to Georgia tomorrow. Gonna go see Josh McEwen. That's gonna be a good old time. I'm looking very much forward to doing that. So I was planning on doing a big canvas, but I don't have the time because I'm gonna have to get to sleep pretty early today. I have an early start tomorrow morning. So instead, I've got what I've already pre-painted a while ago. I've got a little 6x4 piece of glass with a frame on it already. It's been painted with black acrylics, so it's going to act like almost like a canvas. So I'm going to try my best to keep y'all a little bit back and then to show y'all what's going on without without y'all not being able to see it. I'm going to try to hold it up and paint it, and that's it. So first line of business, we're just going to get a little bit of crimson up on the board, a little bit of phthalo blue in there as well. We're going to make that nice dark purple color, and going to grab some medium yellow so that we can get a little bit of light into the mix. So if y'all have any questions along the way, feel free to ask them in the comments down below, and share it out. I completely forgot to share it out again. Surprise. I really need to get an assistant or someone, or have an automated system where it just shares itself. That would be awesome. But such is that. So a cool thing, I already posted this, but I wanted to tell y'all all about it. I got to sell 2 paintings back to back on Sunday. It was a 100% a God thing. I was praying that God would bring that. I was asking God that He would bring me some sales because I was not too encouraged about having like 40 some odd paintings done within a year, and maybe I'm not gonna share the number, but I still had a lot of paintings left. And I was like, God, help me sell 2 paintings. Not 5 minutes from me praying that, this lady walks in the door, and she buys 2 other artists' works. And then I finished the painting that I was working on in the gallery. And this is up in Destin, by the way. Uh, I finished that painting, and I bring it up to the gallery owner. His name's Ken. And I bring it over. I'm like, hey, I'm done. And she's like, well, that's really pretty. How much for that? I was like, I haven't put a price on it. She's like, how about this much? I was like, that's a fair offer. I'll take it. Looks like that painting's yours. And then I showed her a couple of my other paintings that I just recently finished. And she was like, how much for that one? And she bought my most recent, and actually probably one of my best paintings, period, um, for a fair price. So I was like, man, that's 100% a godsend. Thank you, God. I needed that. And I've been seeing that y'all have been selling your paintings. I'm really happy for y'all. A few of y'all who've been watching regularly, I've noticed that y'all have been selling paintings. I'm very happy for y'all. Keep it up. It's so cool. All right, so I'm trying to mix up a brown, a couple bits of orange, and have different colors of yellows, and even some pink in the mix. Great testimony. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, indeed. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I'm mixing up a bunch of oranges, different oranges, and different yellows and stuff. Different colored yellows and oranges, and even some purples here and there, so that I can just come back and just basically pick it up and then put it on there. I'm not trying to make this a real fat, real long, drawn out painting. I'm trying to paint this one real fast. So once I get these completely mixed up, all these paints, I'm going to start just slapping it on there really fast. And it's going to be a landscape style. Oops. 100% a God thing that. Completely agree, Jessica. Or Jessica? Jennifer? Yes? Words? Reading? I don't do those. Oh, man. Yeah, super, super excited that this weekend I'm going to go visit Josh over in Georgia. Been looking forward to that. Been talking to Josh a lot lately, and we've become pretty. I'd like to say we've become decent friends, and I'm really looking forward to meeting him in person. Seems to be like somebody I would definitely hang out with, just in general. And I'm super looking forward to the event that's going on at his church. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so I'm mixing up little bits of purple and white, because most times you're not going to have the super, super dark purple in the clouds. You're going to have like moderate tones of purples and lighter blues in the highlights. So that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for like a small, almost, I don't know if I'm going to paint like an ocean scene, like a small water ocean scene. I do it a lot because I like it, but I don't know if I'm going to do that today. Who knows? We'll see. But I'm going to have a sunset, probably have the sun like right here, or maybe even smack dab in the middle, just because breaking the rules. We don't always follow the rules here. Typically, you want it to have it in like the bottom thirds or the top thirds for your light sources, for the rules, to make it look nice. But why not break the rules? So I'm just going to put a big slab of white on there eventually. So for now, I'm just going to tap the white right there, just as a reference point. We're going to have a smack dab. Actually, you know what? No, we'll go down. I'm going to put it right here. Just kind of have it right there. There we go. So that's our light source. Not this one up top. As a matter of fact, I'm going to scoop that one off just a little bit. And I'm going to actually take some of that white and just mix it in below. So there. So let's go ahead and grab some. Let's see. I'm going to grab some yellow and some white, and we're going to mix the yellow and white because we want it to be a very far away color, but very bright. And what this is going to do, we're going to paint over it. We're going to paint around it, just like this. I'm just going to tap it. Good to see you, Sheila. I saw your comment earlier, or like all of 2 seconds ago. So I'm just going to kind of tap it around that light source. So you got your white, your medium yellow. It's kind of hard to see, I know. It'll be easier to see when I take the picture. And then I'm going to put even more yellow on the outside of that. Just to see what happens. This is kind of an experiment. And be careful not to mix it with the white and yellow, because the yellow, you want it to be really thick, on there because it will show what's behind. So be liberal with your strictly yellow, like just solid yellow. Otherwise, it will show exactly what's behind, which in my case is black. In your case, it will be white. So it's a little bit better if you show yours. If you haven't done what I've done and just painted black acrylics on the back of it. That's actually kind of a good thing that I did paint black acrylics on the back. Strictly because I'm doing a sunset. And sunsets are warmer than sunrises. Typically, whenever you've got a sunrise, it's going to have cooler colors and it's going to be cooler temperature wise too, like physically temperature wise. Like whenever you're in the evening, or say for instance you're in the morning, most times you're going to have a lot colder temperatures just because it's the start of the day and it was just recovering from the nighttime. Whereas in the evenings, you're recovering from the day. In my case, scalding hot weather. Ugh. Yeah. So that is what we are doing right now. And then the further out you go, the more darks you're going to add. And you can even mix it with the white that you've already got on there too, if you want. You don't have to, but you can. Just putting it out there. So I'm just going to start picking it up real fast. Matter of fact, here we go. Just going to pick it up and put it down really fast. I'm not going to worry too much about the extremely high quality because, you know, it's not extremely high quality right now. It's going to be palette knife painting. We're going to do the best we can with what we have time to do. Matter of fact, I can actually take some of that yellow, and I did this earlier, so I'm going to try it here again. Gonna take some of that yellow and white, and we're gonna tap it in here and there. And it's quite okay when you leave a little black in between too. Here's why: because when the black shows under, it's showing a lot of the like the darker colors from the ocean. And you could you could do like a darker green or like a phthalo green or even like a seafoam green if you wanted. You don't have to, but it's an option. You could do it in between the waves too. But you'd have to work pretty thick on the yellow in order to get the colors that you're looking for. So here, let me just scoot a little bit closer to y'all. Pull y'all just a little bit closer too. Bear with me. This is very awkward because my carpet's not cooperating. Here we go. So I'm taking a little bit of that green, just kind of putting a few waves here where we might have some breakers. And we'll just eventually come over the top. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's start messing around with the sky because we don't want that to be just lonely by itself for too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this kind of nicer peachy color. We're going to kind of drag it and kind of let it blend here and there. And that peachy color is just made by mixing orange and white. Super easy, not real complicated. And then the further away, the darker we're getting, because the farther away from your light source you get. And then when you get closer to your frame, if you're painting like I am, here, I'm going to turn you all a little bit more this way so you can see it. When you're getting closer to your frame, you can just turn your knife. So usually I take my knife and pull this way, but you can take your knife and pull it the other way. Just like this. Oh, I lost my paint. Come here. Get over here. There we go. Just like that. Okay, let's get some more of that orange mixture. Put it towards the tops. And you can change up your colors as well, like by using a little bit more of the red or a little bit more of the yellow. In my case, I'm going kind of more towards the red side. It's turning it a little pinkish, which is okay. You'll see that in the sky a lot whenever you're doing sunsets. That's normal. At least in Panama City, that's normal. I don't know about where y'all are from, but you'll see that color here and there. Okay. I'm just mixing up some more orange. We're going to throw a little bit of a deeper orange color. We're going to mix in some white with it, but not much. I'm trying to get it as nice and thick and dark as possible. And we're going to kind of try to vary it up a little bit here as well. I'm going to try to add some nice brown clouds in the sky here shortly. Oh, that's what I was going to do with these. So for this part, I'm just going to be taking all this white, this pinkish white and orangish white, and I'm just going to be tapping in a couple highlights that are going to glaze right over the top, or graze right over the top. And then if you ever get caught into that green, it's quite all right. Just kind of let that sucker slip around. And if you get it on the frame, that's okay too, because you can just wipe it off with a paper towel or your finger. Look at that. Super easy fix. So I'm just going to try to copy what's going to be up on the top. by doing a kind of whited out orange. It's like a peachy color. And I'm going to leave some of these greens in the mix too. It's good to have variety. It gives you a little bit more interest. And one other thing that I need to do as well is I need to make a distinct horizon line. Now, this may or may not be realistic, but I'm just going to be using the purple color that I mixed up here earlier. Whenever that becomes muddy, here we go. I just wipe it off with paper towel and then go back to it. There we go. And it's okay that it mixes right here. Sorry. It's okay that it mixes here because right here we can make it into a land formation. I know it looks really bright, but it's actually not that bright. Just the camera and the lighting. One of these days I will have a HD camera for y'all to take a nice look at, and you won't have to worry too much about that. And we're just going to start filling in here some of this nice orangey color here. And because of the acrylics, it leaves a nice texture behind. So I'm going to fill in what's behind that with a darker color, this nice brown color. I'm going to actually fill it in with that. It's kind of hard to see just because, you know, I've already put the black down and it's pretty close in value. But if I get it really close, you can see the little brown marks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out some nice clouds. I'm going to make them stringy and just fill in these little cracks right here. And then I'm going to come back and touch them up with some yellow and white. Ooh, and another thing we can do is we can just touch the bottom with it a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit. Because you want to show a little bit of what's up at the top. That's how reflections work. See, right here, just a little bit. Then we'll come back, touch it with some yellow and white. There we go. And you could just take it and just smooth it out like that if you wanted, but I like the thick textures. That's one of the things I kind of inherited from one of my past teachers, and she just always painted with super, super thick textures, or at least I'd like to think so. And I just like it. I love it, especially when painting small. It's a lot of fun. So right here, I'm going to start edging a little bit of that their cloud line. And I'm going to start blending just a little bit, just here and there. By taking my palette knife and just kind of smoothing it. Just pulling that darker paint into it and muddying it. On the spots where I think it'll change. But not always the same spot. I'm just taking a little bit of yellow and white, and what that's doing is causing the brown to pop out just a little bit more. So, and then eventually I'm going to come back over this with a nice yellow. Nice bunch of yellow. So see here, we've already got the clouds and a little bit of the highlights on them. And towards the, here we go. You know, I could add another cloud right there. But nah. I'm just gonna go in and grab some white and yellow. And just a little bit. Trying to keep this thing up while I'm painting and mixing. Kind of hard to do. I get focused on one thing at a time. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, that's right. I was going to mix some of that orangish color up and put that up close right here. Here we go. Just going to mix, mix, mix. And then touches and pulls. And blend it a little bit. And then the further away from the center we go, the more of the pure color that I am going to use, because you're further away from your light source. And I'm going to even, just for interest's sake, I'm going to start adding some of that green color that I mixed. I'm going to put a little bit of green and white together, just to see, just to mix it in. Actually, yeah, we'll just leave it like that. That's kind of nice. And we'll kind of mix in the green up towards the top. It's kind of hard to see, but that is quite all right. Okay, now I'm going to wipe off the palette knife, go back into some yellow and some crimson together, mix them together, mix them real good, make sure it's one color. And then I'm going to get one more bit of crimson just to kind of marble it once we've got the temperature that we wanted. And then I'm going to go up to the top, or actually we'll go right here. Just kind of pull it and drag it. And then we'll do the same right over here. And just touch and pull. And then I'm going to start adding a few waves in here. Take a look, sis. Then the further out we go, the more I'm just going to kind of leave in between some darker spaces. Kind of like this. I'm okay with leaving these darker spaces because it adds interest. And then, if you want, you can take some of the dark colors that you mixed earlier, that kind of purplish color, and then just grab and touch it and pull and make and mix it in with the colors over here, and it'll create a kind of brownish color. And you can make land masses if you want, or like a big hill. So in my case, we've got a couple of them right here. Oh, shoot, sorry. I really need to shrink this, shorten it a little bit. Here we go. Now I can keep my hand right where it is. I'm not worried about losing y'all. There. And I'm going to take this same color that's down here, and that is still on my palette knife. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just take it and just put it right up on the top. And if I want it a little bit darker, I can just grab some of that purple mixture that I had earlier and just add it to it. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that yellow and just line out some of the clouds. Just around it. We don't have to make them perfect. And you can actually blend it in with it a little bit if you want. This is kind of an abstract painting almost. And I'm not too fond of abstracts, but there you have it. Now all we have to do, take the knife, go into a little bit of crimson, and sand the bottom, kind of. It's kind of hard to do that, but I'm going to just do my best attempt. Actually, I'm going to take white and crimson, so it's pinkish. And show it shows up because it's not showing up right now. And this is just a sloppy attempt, so you'll have to forgive me. Some of that crimson and some of that white together again. So we show up, make a little pink signature. Let's get that. Oh, the D is not cooperating. So we have to do it over. It's always the upward swing for whatever reason. You know what? I'm just going to pull down and see what happens there. Yay! It worked! Look at that. So I'm just going to do pulls. We're going upward pull. Then we'll go a downward pull. And then that's close enough. Take a look at that sloppy signature. J-Rod. All right. She's done. There's my 35 minutes. I broke 30 minutes. No. Well, there's the 35-minute painting. And this is on glass. Glass and a black acrylic paint. So honestly, you can do the same. Look at that. I didn't even realize this until just now. Look, that's an S. Schoenfeld. Yes! I didn't even mean to do that. That's cool. But this is a real quick sunset painting. Anybody can do it. You can do it. It just requires yellow, crimson, and phthalo blue. And then if you want, you can paint the whole thing black, like black acrylics behind it. Let it dry for like an hour so it's not tacky. And if it's glass, you're going to have to let it dry for like a day because it doesn't have a canvas which can absorb all the water or the, I think it's oils. So there you have it. Just yellow, phthalo blue, and crimson for this one. Mostly yellow and crimson. You're using minimal ones because it's a warm scene. And the only cool temperature ones are right here and right here. And then even towards the tops where you've got your clouds. And they honestly look grays, or they look like they're grays. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm possibly going to put this up in the gallery unless y'all really want this. Um, I'm open to selling this for a pretty decent, cheap price just because I don't want to keep too many paintings around. I've already kept like 40 and they need to go. And this is a nice one. So if y'all like it, you're more than welcome to just message me. I won't be trying to get a whole bunch out of it. Probably like $75 ish. It's a 6x4, so I'm not asking for much. If y'all do want it, you can have it. Just contact me in the messengers afterwards. So give me some ideas on what y'all want to see next time. Hopefully, I'll be able to message, or I'll be able to get some live streaming in by this weekend. I'm going to be at Josh's. Tomorrow is not going to be a painting day just because I'm going to be traveling all day to Georgia. So that's a thing. What else? So for the next 2 weeks, I may or may not be able to stream. Military is having me do some stuff that I can't talk about. So if that stuff says I can't stream, then can't stream. I will be in a. Actually, can't tell you about it. Sorry. I want to tell y'all. I really do, but I can't. Sorry. Yeah. Let me know what y'all want me to do next time. What y'all want to learn, what techniques or what scenes you'd like to see. Just give me ideas. And I'll be safe traveling. Yes, I will be safe traveling. But give me some ideas. Just give me some ideas on what y'all would like me to do next. If I have the time, I will absolutely do it. So I'm gonna post a post. Goodness, knocking everything off. And I'm gonna be asking what y'all want me to see. Just put it in the comments down below, right over there, and that's it. Love y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this, and I appreciate y'all coming in and watching this and sharing this out to your friends. I hope y'all are blessed by this. I'm gonna pray for y'all real quick, and I speak peace to y'all in Jesus' name. God, thank you for every last person who's watching this in the future, and I pray that anybody that comes and sees this sees a little bit of Jesus in the paintings and in me and in others that they come into contact with. And I pray that more souls are coming to Jesus. And that's it. Love y'all. Have a blessed evening.